Yes, we have about 15 minutes left, and so this is probably a good time to ask for questions from the audience. And Aquiel, if you would like to handle that, the audience could ask questions of any one of the panelists or just generally, and we'll dish them up as somebody volunteers.
No problem, John, too. Is there anyone who has a question?
Hey, Dixie. As a matter of fact, yes, other people can use our island. I think that one of the great things that I found when we first came into Second Life was how collaborative and supportive people were. In particular, DI at Central Piedmont, it was absolutely phenomenal to be able to have an office space and to be able to use those resources. And Dixie has an office at NSCC Island, but I think she's looking to jump ship here.
I think one of the best things that we've done actually is have people coming in from other places with obviously the MCC Island that Terry's put together is all based on collaboration and a bunch of different people using it. Mine, with outsourcing different plots to other places, it's given us an opportunity to share some things with our students, especially with like Desideria and the radio station areas. To have our students participate with the people in the outside world. We have people coming in from all over the world actually presenting in some of these places, and it's very important for us to keep that up.
I can just touch on a Penn State answer to that question. Penn State World Campus has 2 islands, but Penn State University as a whole, we have, I think at last count, we just added another one this week, so we have 8 different islands. 3 of those islands are dedicated specifically for faculty members who have an interest in experimenting in Second Life. And so our Educational Technology Services owns 3 of those islands, and they will give parcels to any faculty member who wants to experiment and wants to use Second Life to do really anything. Yeah, they're all open to the public. If you search for Penn State, you'll find them, and all of them are open to the public, so you can walk around and see some student projects from students at Penn State Abington campus, and they have done some research and presented in Second Life, and you can see the Palmer Museum of Art that's on the University Park campus, and just a lot of interesting things going on there. So you can certainly, yeah, they're open to everyone.
One of the nice things
Go ahead, Elvie.
One of the nice things I really like about Second Life is, again, this openness and collaboration. And earlier today, we were talking about the serendipity that occurs within here as well. And it's quite phenomenal. One day, I just happened to be at NMC at the orientation place, and I saw a fellow who was looking rather newbie, and as a mentor, I felt sorry for him and decided to drop some new clothes and things on him. And I checked his profile and found out he'd been around since 2004. And I thought, good grief, he hasn't even unnoobed yet. So I started chatting with him, and it turned out that he was one of the people behind the virtual schizophrenia simulation, and they were looking for a new place for it. On an educational island, because they were finding that SETIC was getting a little bit busy and laggy there, and that they just received some new funding. So they're working on their project right now through UC Davis, and they have just received another round of funding, and are in the process of rebuilding and moving the schizophrenia simulation to NSCC Island. So it's pretty cool that we're doing those kinds of things. Again, you can share in easy ways. So stay tuned for that one. But NSCC Island is completely open as well.
Yeah, and just to reinforce and echo what everybody else has said, I mean, it's that diversity and openness that's really provided a lot of power, not just to us and to our faculty, but to our learners too, as they come in to Second Life and they get exposed to opportunities, educational opportunities and learning opportunities that there's no way they would get, and we're basically a 1- and 2-year college. It's absolutely incredible, and it's that openness and diversity that I've seen in the 3 years that I've been here, particularly in the educational world. I mean, never seen people more collaborative and cooperative, and that's really, really really powerful stuff, and I think it's one of the strengths of Second Life. Yeah, that's a good point, John. It's basically everybody's everybody. You know, there doesn't seem to be anybody worried about who's in charge or who's on top or anything like that.
Are there any other questions from the audience?
Well, if not, I would the members of the panel who have contributed, and I'd like to thank Aquiel, and I'd like to thank the organizers of the conference and all of the members of the audience for helping to make this I think a really exciting presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
I will remind you that I have a flower in front. If you'd like a copy of a note card that has my remarks at the beginning, you're welcome to take that.
Thanks, everybody. This was an amazing experience.
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to be part of another great panel like this.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for attending this conference, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. We should give a big hand to all our panelists for all their involvement today.